Okay, this is video two. I had to, this is video two. I had to relaunch this to get access to these files. These are the C++ files, and these are the header files associated with those individual C++ um, files. And as you can see, this is, I just want you guys to get an idea of what we had to do at the time to launch this. I'm just going to open like these four. I'll open them here. Yeah, yes. So some of these are generated automatically when we created blueprints or whatever over here. But some of these we had to go in afterwards because they just had a base level of coding and do some additional code. As you can see, most of the codes to run the individual blueprints are pretty simple. Most of them are if then else statements. The gun is kind of complex. There's a lot more for that because you not only have to control for the pulling trigger options and whatever's going to happen there, but you also have to take into account how the AI will interact. And there's a kill 'em all game mode. Restore you. You see, this is just how the AI controller reacts. It's mostly for loops and if then else statements. Just thinking, here's the shooter AI controller, pretty simple. And most of the coding we did in here was to allow me to access certain features within Unreal. Let me see if I can find an example real quick. I think it was the BP shooter player controller. Yeah, over here, the HUD class, windscreen class, loose screen class, those weren't in there at the beginning when we created this. I had to actually code them into Unreal Engine in relation to this in the C++ file to get these make these accessible so I could then set blueprints and associate them with this in Unreal Engine to animate the game. But overall, I think the game turned out pretty well.
Let's show this scum who's boss and reclaim his base.
And if I run around a little bit once again. And you don't, if you're going to take this course on Udemy, it's well worth it. You don't really have to know a lot of C++. If you have some coding experience, it helps a little bit, but to be honest with you, they walk you through it step by step. And there are files for the coding. Sometimes my coding didn't work when I was following through and I couldn't figure out why, so I would just go to the GitHub file that the instructors had and refer to it. And when I would do that, I would often find I made a mistake. I either left out a comma or something like that. A couple times I found mistakes that they had made in the video, but they had corrected in GitHub. So I'm going to go just sit here and let them shoot until I die. Because I already showed you in the previous video what happens when so now let's see what happens with So basically it says you lose, level will restart in 5 seconds.
Let's show this scum who's boss and reclaim his base.
And basically it just restarts the game. And I'll hit the escape key to prevent that from continuing. And there's all kinds of things you can do in Unreal Engine. For example, this is a point light. I can change the color of the light, etc. It's being generated. I'm not going to mess with it, but if you're interested in game design, just learning the Unreal portal itself, even if you're never going to learn how to code, is something I think of value. And then coding is always a value. Anyway, I just thought you guys might enjoy taking a look at the game I made and the pain that I had to put up with to do it. That's like I said, this course was like 31 hours. There were 3 or 4 other projects, and it took me probably over 100 hours total, just getting everything to work, tweaking it. They're using VS Code. I'm using Visual Studio 2017, so there were some issues with the codes they were commands they were issuing in the compiler that weren't exactly the same. There was some variance between the two versions that I had to go out on the internet and look up, but that's pretty much game development as I understand it. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later.